Welcome to Seed Bead Saturday. Thank you, Colleen and Stacie, for being here with me today. And I am so excited for you guys to see what Stacie made. And I received some love mail from Colleen, so I want to show you guys what she sent me too. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. And then I have some shop announcements. And if you stick around to the end, we'll do the giveaway at the end. We're doing hashtag drops for a little palette of drops giveaway. And I'm currently running a poll on Instagram. I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't, I would love for you to pop over to Instagram and answer my poll. But I'm going to ask some like shop questions just at the end of the video, just if you want to stick around for that. But in today's live, we're going to show you some inspiring seed bead jewelry and a cat. Which kitty is this? I forget his name. I don't know. I know the names
Gemma.
of your Gemma. That's right.
Oh
no. Gemma's getting mad. Hey everybody. Oh, I see Lena's here. And earlier I saw Jody's here, Sandra and Michelle and Melanie's here, Barbara. Lori's here. And Fran is here. And Sandra, Callie, Tina, and Jay. Valentin is here. Barbara. Sorry if I said that twice. And Suzanne, Dana. Liz is here. And Sandy. And sorry if I missed anybody. I'm scrolling up. Zakaya. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for joining. And so let's see. How do you want to get started, Stacie? Do you want me to show off my love mail first, or do you want to show yours?
Colleen stuff before we have her go.
All right. I'm just going to add my overhead. And here, let me move. I'm going to move the piece that.
I'm sorry. I was about to shut myself out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to stick around, I'm going to show your jewelry. And so I'm wearing one of them, so I'll have to take it off. But I'm going to bring my big screen up. And so let's do the earrings. Aren't these beautiful?
No. They are.
I'm also wearing Danielle's jewelry. Oh.
Oh, yes. We'll have to show everybody. I'll have to bring that back. I'll bring your screen back. But look how cool this is, guys. This is such an inspiring way to use.
Oh, yay.
Isn't that gorgeous?
They are. I like the findings too.
That.
Thank you.
And then these ones, look at these cool ones.
So
these are so my jam. I really love these. You know, these are the ones like I'm going to put on all the time and wear because I love earrings like these. They're so sweet and they're just so my style. And then I have a matching bracelet to the earrings.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that cool? I love the way you turn those spacers into the bead. And look, they match.
Thank you.
Charm.
Oh.
I was so excited when I got this.
Thank you.
You put an owl in there. And then last but not least, let me show you my necklace.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it comes back.
You spoil me.
It should come back any second. Sorry, guys. This has been happening a wee bit with camo here. I'll give it a second. If it doesn't, we just need to switch away my camera. But there we go. I was going to ask them, do you guys have any clue why it's doing that?
That's really pretty.
Gorgeousness. This one, I think you guys have seen.
Well, you're my lucky charm.
Aw. Hey, I love this so much. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I believe you have a video where you showed how to make these.
I do. Yep.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to know
both that and the bracelet and the earrings. Yep.
The bracelet? Oh yeah, that was in the same video, right? Yeah.
It was a different video, but yeah, same week, I think.
She has a gorgeous channel. And so if you want to get some inspo and see how these gorgeous designs were made, check out Colleen's YouTube channel and you can see all of the magic there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for all of the love. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll bring us back up really quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to show my earrings. Look at these. Look at these stunners.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
We made these on Silver Silk Sundays. And we have a pair too. I'm not wearing mine because I'm wearing my other. I was trying to be matchy today with my beige colors, but the 3-needle chain was used to make these. Yeah, and if you guys
our bestie earrings, these are our bestie earrings.
Yeah, those are our bestie earrings.
Those are definitely statement earrings. Those are very cool. Love them.
Aren't they? Those are so awesome.
Thank you, ladies. I'll see you at the end.
See you in the chat. Thank you so much. We're getting hearts from Colleen.
Aw.
Yeah. And so we'll be dropping links first for things in the chat for you guys as we go. But let's see, where should we go next? I can show what I made, or we can go to your screen first.
Any way you want.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up your screen first because mine is I'll rearrange mine.
Okay.
Great. And so guys, check this out. Wow.
So I've got two pieces here. So I'll start with the show and tell. So I have a show and tell. I'm not going to make them today. It was so Danielle sent out these little Czech flowers in saffron yellow. And the first thing I said when I got them is these match the February palette. So I said these have to go together, and pulled together an ombre bracelet here using the February palette, the saffron flowers, and then on the side to do the picot, I actually use, these are 15 O's that are in Danielle's shop, and they are in transparent light tea rose. So I think everything here is from your shop, and it's the Alona findings that I used at the end here. They fit perfectly in between the size 8 beads.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. What a neat way to use those.
Yeah, I was super excited. And this is based on a bracelet that Danielle did actually at the Jesse James Beads. Was it the summer camp?
Yeah, I believe it was last year's summer camp. We did the ombre flow.
Yeah,
it was fun.
It was like they were kind of like pastel rainbow colors was my recollection on that design. And then I actually did follow directions and use the March mix. I don't always
I was gonna say I would recommend never following directions ever, because you do not need to follow.
That got loose here. I'm gonna have to go back and fix that. And a bead came off. That is not good. Okay. The show must go on. I will not freak out about the bead. So
I can still see the concept, and that is a very, very beautiful concept.
So I made some fringe earrings with the triangle findings, and they just have a hole on the top, and those are in Danielle's shop, and they're new. And then I used the super cool March greens mix and sorted them out. I saw you had the palette. That would have made life easier, but I actually like to sort beads. I find it therapeutic.
Oh yes, the palette is brand new. I just introduced it yesterday.
Yeah, and so and then these are actually mine. These little 3mm fire polish in blue. I needed something in the bottom. We have a lawnmower outside, so apologize if there's noise in the background.
No, it sounds okay. I can hear a tiny bit, but it's not super loud.
He'll probably move shortly. Our yard is like a postage stamp, so he'll probably be.
I'm waiting for my leaf blower. I usually have a leaf blower. They wait till I go live, and that's their cue to start.
Yeah, exactly. So I can kind of show you how I started this. I'm just grabbing my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. So for fringe, I'm very particular on thread. I like the good thread for the fringe. That's the only thing that works for me. Everything else is either too stiff or too flexible and causes anger issues at the beadwork, which is something I try and avoid. So I prefer to use the good thread. So I just tied a double knot on at the tail end onto the finding. And then I did, just stitched onto the element. And I started with These are the turquoise that have kind of like a different finish on them. They weren't just the plain finish. And so that's what I use to, I need 2 of them, sorry. So to start beading on the element, I pick up 2. I know, Danielle, that I do this differently than you. You do it a lot on the mat, but for whatever reason, I like to hold it. That's probably just because how I learned to do it that way, and I'm stubborn. And so, just make sure I know what side I'm on. Except I probably need another hand here. I probably do something weird because doing it in front of the camera is trickier. But you come back through your second bead. I'm getting caught here. And then I'll do this in a minute because I have to poke around, but I usually pull the tail thread through this first bead right there. I think you do that as well.
Yeah, that's what I usually do too.
It kind of gets that bead to sit a little bit better as well.
I think so. It makes it a little smoother getting started.
Yeah. And then you just continue to do this. So I stitched 6 beads on around this base here.
Gotcha. So 6 beads.
Yeah, so
And
6 beads across.
Are you? It looks like you're using the teal AB color as a focus for that first row.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, cool. I like that. And folks are asking about a pattern, and I was thinking
I can
we
put
could
it
probably
up.
pull that together.
I actually did write it down as I went.
Oh, you did? Okay, that is awesome.
I wrote it down. I can put it in comments. I won't have like a fancy pattern like Danielle does.
But I feel like for fringe, I mean, like I can work from a written pattern for fringe, no problem.
I need 2 more. I've got 4 on there. So I just scoot them over. And I'll even them out when I get them all on. So this is number 5.
You've inspired me, so I'm getting my beads out too over here.
I can start the second row and then we can jump to your project.
Okay.
Nobody needs to watch me do all of these. So I have 6 of the teal AB on the frame, and I'm using the good thread. I usually use a longer piece, but I was smart today. Well, it's probably hard to see. And I knew it was on a live and decided this stuff likes to tangle, so I was not gonna attach myself to the camera and various other assorted things. So I just did, so there's a green one, Danielle, that has like a kind of
there's 2 greens.
finish.
Yeah, there's a Picasso chartreuse, and then there's a matte lime.
Okay, so the Picasso chartreuse was the second row, and I did 6 there too. So to do the second row, I just go under the thread bridge and then come back up through the bead. And I actually, and I'll show you in a sec, I put 2 onto the first thread bridge to get the 6 across. So I just went through that same thread bridge again.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. People are definitely loving your bracelet, and so we're going to be doing. We're going to need to.
I don't like doing. I don't like doing this with the good thread. I prefer wildfire, and if I'm doing a lot of stitching onto a frame, sometimes I'll start with wildfire or fireline and then move to this for the fringe. But I'm dealing with it.
There's a Goldilocks there that I wish I'd sent you. Remind me, and I will make sure you get some. But 1G beading thread.
Okay.
It does it all. It does really nice brick stitch, and it also is still flowy enough to make a really nice fringe. I became kind of obsessed with 1G.
Okay. I learned to bead with Nymo, and that was a disaster.
Oh.
So I have bad memories. So if anyone brings that up, like it causes PTSD. So I've got 2 of the chartreuse Picassos on the first thread bridge between these first 2 beads. And then actually I had to scoot these over a little bit to catch that second thread bridge because the second bead was kind of hopping into that space. If I can get this. I'm at a weird angle. Let me turn it this way so I can see it. You guys probably can't see it, but I'll show it to you after I get it on. Doesn't help if I can't see it and can't get the thread through. So I've got 3, and then I'm just going to do another 3 beads. And then the third row I did in this cream color. Danielle could probably. What's the official name of that one?
The cream one is actually, that is just a good old opaque cream. And I believe I might even be able to get you all the color number. It's called, I don't want to open I have one of my palettes here, but I don't want to open it. I'm going to see if I can peek inside.
Okay.
Of course,
so,
I have.
Then I just did another 6 of the opaque cream. And I did it exactly the same way. So 2 beads through the first thread bridge and then 1 through the next 5 for a total of 6 beads. So I don't know.
I found it. It is 11,492. It's a Miyuki 11,492, and it's called Dark Cream.
Yeah. So Danielle, I don't know if you want to switch over to your.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Sorry.
Your project, and I can finish up the next row and a half, and then we can move back.
Sure. Yeah. So I have a couple things going on. This is something new I'm starting. But let me show you what I've got that's in work.
I was like, wait, that wasn't there a minute ago.
Oh, yeah. So this is going to be, I decided I want to do a lengthwise bracelet. So I need to take this around the whole wrist. And then I'm going to start adding 3 rows of every color. And so it'll have in total probably 1, 2, 3, 3 rows per color. So 3 times 6, so it'll be 18 rows. It's going to be really cute when it's done, but I have only just started it. It's going to be an epic project. It'll probably be a video, guys. I have 3 videos planned that feature our gorgeous March mix. And I'm just going to do like a pattern and a pre-recorded video and just post them when I get them done. So those are coming. But let me show you what I have that I think is going to be the first video because I have it almost done. I'm making a necklace. And this features the March mix along with some of my drops that are in the store. This one is called Mint Green Lined Amethyst. And I feel like it really looks nice with the root beer and all those greens coming out of the mix. It's so pretty. And what I did here is I pulled it together in a little drop configuration. And I think from here, what I'm going to do is just make the chain, but I could keep going. I could keep going and making this go all the way around the neck if I wanted. It just takes a little bit of time. I also think there's going to be plenty in one mix to do the necklace. But if you didn't want to have to sit and sort, I did add these to the shop. So this is the spring greens mix that you see here in the jar, but each color is individually bagged with 10 grams of every color. So we only had 1 request for that last Saturday, but I went ahead and honored it because I felt like the patterns that I'm going to be doing, especially this one, it might be fun to have a palette as well. So, but I think you'll have enough in the mix to do these projects, especially if you got 2 jars, you should have plenty. And then in case anyone didn't see the post from earlier this week, Carol's fringe earrings, we had a bunch of requests for Carol's fringe earrings. I finished her pattern and she checked it out and corrected it and made sure I got it right. And then, so it's been proofread. It's on the website currently, and you can see pictures of her finished earrings there as well.
I love that design. Is that going to be a necklace, Danielle?
Yeah, this one's going to be a necklace. So I can show you a little bit of how it's done if you guys want to just see how it was started. But I feel like this needs to be its own video because it's not hard, but it's got a few integral steps that I think would do well with a diagram. And so I'll do like one of those tutorials, kind of Nile style, where there's a diagram to watch on the side. That's my vision. I've been trying to do kind of more like that for the channel, just so it just kind of complements the instruction a little bit. I don't know, but yeah, let me show you just in general what happened here. We'll start a new strand. Oh, thanks, Gina. Yeah, I am so glad you like it. I was hoping that there'd be something for everybody in the shop, because I know a lot of folks, they'd rather just be able to grab the mix and not have to get, an entire bag of every color. But then some folks are like, no, give me those bags. So now I might just do all the mixes that way in the future, just so you have the choice of which one you prefer. Yeah, so I'm just cutting a new strand of thread here and trimming that. I feel like I sense that there's going to be a lot of pattern writing in my future. Well, people love your bracelet so much. I feel like we could do a little diagram for that.
Yeah, we definitely could. I'd be happy to work on it with you.
And it's so inventive. The way you did the side is really what like makes it so pop. So wow.
I don't know. I've been into fringe lately.
I'm into it too.
Fringe and Czech flower beads. That's my vibe lately.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm into the Czech flowers too. That's another thing I was gonna see if folks are interested. I'm looking for my scooper. Oh, here's my scooper. I would love to do more of the flower mixes. And I don't know if anyone's got their orders from last Saturday yet. I've shipped everything. I shipped the last of the orders on Thursday. It took me a whole week to get through them, but I'm super grateful for that. But they are on their way to you guys, and you'll see there's a surprise bag of Czech flowers in there. And so I will definitely do more of that if you guys are digging it. So here's how to start this pattern. You want to pick up 6 beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5, and here's 6. And it doesn't matter what color. You'll just pick up 6 and then drop them and then pick them up again. That's usually helpful. There we go. Okay. Did I get 6 in there? Yeah, I did. And then, just leave a tail. But what I did on my original design here is I left a tail that's going to become a necklace side. So it's actually a super long tail. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And then count back 4 beads and go through these 2. So counting back 4, go through the 2 right here. And I'll move my hand so you can see it. Looks like a bead there. So there's 6 beads, and I'm just going basically back through the middle 2. So just like that. And essentially you're just making a square, like a really cool square like that. And these 2 might fall off if you don't put a stop bead, but that's okay. You can always just restring them later. But you basically just want to have that 4 on there. Now pick up 8. And I did a color blocking. You don't have to. You can mix it up. But I strung. There's 4. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oops, forgive me. I was supposed to go back through those before I strung those. I'm going from memory. I literally just invented this like a day ago, so it's still fresh. Okay. We'll go back in time. Those other beads fell off. But basically, we got this square here. And then don't forget to turn and go back through. Okay, who's still with me? I hope I didn't lose anybody with that mistake. Now I gotta pick up these beads. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm working with the wrong needle. I'm working with a short sharp. Okay. Okay, there's the 8. Now I need these drops. Let's get those going. You don't need too many. So 1 drop. We'll slide that down. And then let's pick up 8 more. You can get the same color, go for it. There's 4, and then I need 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Go back through those 2. I think I might start the pattern with just a block of 4 like that when I write the pattern up. But so far, so good. You got those 4. And then turn. Go through those 2 again. Right. Okay, from here you'll want to string 6, and then whatever color you're going into, switch to that color and string those. I'm going to go to a contrasting color for the demo, but on this one I ombre'd it. I went to the chartreuse, and then back to lime, then cream, root beer, and then I ombre'd the 2 turquoises. So let me hold that closer to show you. So for this one, let's just do a bright so you can see really well what I did. So we're going to string 6 so far. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slide that down. And then count back 4. Go through those first 2 from where you counted back. And when you pull to tighten that, you'll get this little square. You tighten it with your thumbnail and just pull. It'll tighten just like that. You'll get this little top square right next to that one. And then you got to remember to go back through those 2. So just like that. Go through there. And then it's actually easier in this step. You can go over or under, whichever you choose now. You'll end up having to stick with so that they all lay on top of each other. So let me show you what I mean. What I did on mine is I brought my needle through the loop of the last one that I made. And so that makes that string kind of head this way underneath it. That. And now we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to string 8 beads. So 3, 4. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 drop, and then 8 more beads. If I can find those. 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So slide that all down and tighten it. So it goes right about there. So from here, we're going to go back through these bottom 2. So just like that. And hold everything through. So far you got that. Next thing you want to do is head back through the last 2 here. So these 2 right here. I can get through both of those there. Sorry about that. Here we go. And it might kind of loosen a little bit on you. That's okay. No problem. And that in a nutshell is how I did it. I just did that a bunch of times. And I think when I write the pattern, I think what I'm going to do is I'll start, just for simplicity, literally just kind of figuring this out as I go. But I think we'll start with a square. You like that idea? Because that's what ended up happening here. My initial 2 beads just fell off. From here, you would just pick the next color, string 6, and then, go back through the 4 and keep going. Keep going, and you get this gorgeous thing here.
I love that design.
Thank you. Can you picture it with other beads too? We could do all kinds of beads. We could put other things besides the drops. I do think the peanut beads will look cute.
Yeah, I was just going to say those might be cool.
That would be neat. And then we could space them differently. If you wanted, even instead of just spacing them, essentially what ends up happening with the count of 6 between each is you end up with 2 as a space between each loop. If you wanted to put a focal bead, like a big drook bead, maybe a 4mm drook bead, we would just need to make these, instead of maybe 8, maybe make them 10, and the loops would still reach each other. So there's ways we could really adapt this and turn this into more and more things. Gemstones, I'm picturing, I don't know, maybe Herkimers. There's another way we could do. We keep talking about that we have a little chat group going, and we've been talking about Herkimer diamonds like every chat. So it comes up like every time. I think it's a sign from the universe that I need to get some of those on order. But yeah, so that's in a nutshell how I did that. The thing I have going on here is going to just be a bracelet. And it's going to be one of those, it's going to run all the way around like that. And then just be 3 rows of every color in the mix. And I may end up having to work from one of these because I think that is probably the easier way to get all those together. Oh, thank you so much, Barbara. I hope that was it. I felt like I kind of fumbled my explanation because I couldn't remember how I started it, but we get there in the end. Thanks so much. Oh yeah, Kathy has a great idea with the chips. Chips and pit beads would work. Pit beads would be
a really good idea.
Oh yeah, I think all those are great options. And I love working with pit beads. Aw, thanks, Gina. Yeah, this is just a really fun little goofy idea that I actually thought of when I went out for like a long walk this morning. And I was having some design blocks because it's been kind of a stressful week. And then all the ideas start coming to me when I just get outside. I just go outside for a little second even. I don't know. It's just something about this. There was no sunlight. In fact, I got rained on. And I realized that this coat that I have is not waterproof.
Oh,
it's like, I know. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but I have one of these. It's a nice coat. It's got like, puffy with little, I don't know how to call it. Like, it's like down feathers, but it's probably not really down. It's probably like fake or whatever. But it was like, it went all the way through. The rain just went all the way through. So anyway, that was my day. And yeah, but I had a good idea, even though I got rained on. Oh yeah, long drops. Leslie says long drops would be, oh my goodness, that would be nice. Yeah, those are Miyuki, right, Leslie? I may have to peruse the website later, see what I can find. Because that would be really cool in this design, wouldn't it? They would stand out a little more. They would kind of, because I feel like these kind of disappear a little bit.
They do blend in a little. It's subtle.
We could go crazy and change the color. I have some really bright ones in the shop. I have a sapphire raspberry.
Yeah.
Oh, daggers. Linda says daggers. And brios. Brios would be good too. That's what Fran said. Brios and the Kathy said chips. All great ideas. Those will all be so cool. Well, let me bring up your screen again. If you're ready, you can check and see how you're doing.
I am. So I fixed, I performed surgery.
Oh, you did? You fixed it.
It fell off. I haven't worked in this other tail thread, but I performed surgery. It was successful. Got the bead back on. I think it's going to stay. I don't know if I did the knot tight enough. It looks like where I had knotted it, it had somehow worked itself free. Anyhow, so what I did was to make the fringe. The first one, and here's the challenging part for me, as you guys know, is I have to pick up 14 random ones. Let me count those. 3, 4, 7. So I've got 12. You just do that, make sure they don't come off. So the first one, move this in view a little bit better, was 14, followed by 1 fire polish, and then not random. Sorry, my hand isn't creating a shadow. I decided to go with the cream color underneath. Just it provided a little more contrast than having a random bead down there. So just skipped my end bead, and then sometimes I can grab them all at once. Of course, because I have an audience, it doesn't work that way. So
that's it's the rule of lives.
I know. So skip the last 11-0 that you put on, go back through the fire polish and the 14 before that, and kind of snug that up. And then I was actually just going back through the cream
Okay. That's pretty.
Here. And then coming down. I always have to hold it differently when I'm on a live versus how I would normally do it, which is not natural to my brain. So I apologize for that.
Yeah, it's tricky. It is super, super tricky.
And so I added 4 more seed beads with each row across. So the next one I did 18, a fire polish, and 111, then 22, then 26, then 30, and the longest row was 34. So I've got 6 going across. So I start 14, add 4 every time. I just chose that because I couldn't tell that much difference when I just added 2. It didn't really look that much different to me. So wanted it to be a little bit more pronounced that it got longer. So for the next one, I'm just going to grab 18. So that's 10, 11, so funny story, my toddler was with me while I was doing this, and he likes to count. And I was counting, and he starts like throwing out random numbers like 32, 11.
Oh my gosh, my kid does that too. Both of
And
them.
I was like, oh, that's good. I'm never going to remember how many I've got on here.
Oh my goodness. They think it's funny. They sit there and giggle.
Oh yeah, and then he was laughing. He thought it was great. And then he's like, I help. I'm like, oh yeah, we're helping.
Thank you.
So I didn't catch them all at once, and if I don't, I just come back in and.
So I literally can't count fringe. I have a mental block. I can't do it.
I'm not good at it either.
I literally
distracted
use
or something.
I use delineators or delimiters. I don't know what the right word is for that, but I will either use a size 15 seed bead, or I'll work in blocks of 3 or 4. No more than 4. If it's more than 4, I'm gonna mess that up. And so I do mine. Color blocking, saving those who can't count from themselves.
Yeah, I just get a random thought that pops in my head, and then I was like, what number was that on?
I do, or I just get something thrown at me. I'm not making this up. I literally could get something, and I'm like, no headshots. Boy mom, you know what I mean, because you're a boy mom too.
Yeah.
I think I saw that once on someone on Instagram did a meme about it, and I was like, she's been to my house.
Yeah. So the third one is 22. And as I stopped, I forgot what number I was on. See?
See, yeah. You're brave trying to
11.
do that. There you go.
Okay. When I ask in a second, somebody can scream out 11. So I'm going to 22. So I need 11 more. That's good. We can do that.
Colleen says Corey is the best. He is. He's so cute. And I miss that age with my kids. Mine are getting to that age where they're harder to distract and.
Now my needle just fell off. That's good.
Aww.
Look, a comedy of errors over here. I don't know, Danielle, if you want to switch over to yours. Well,
sure, yeah, I can show what I'm doing.
I got it on the first try.
Oh, you did.
Want to switch to yours though? That's fine, and we can come back to me. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm usually not. That's the one negative about good thread is I can't really flatten the end like I do with wildfire. So you just have to get it through.
Oh, hey, Jessica's here. Hi. We've all been talking about doing a bead party. You need to do a bead party, guys. I think it would be so fun. So the nonsense I have going here is I have I've started one of those lengthwise peyote. Does anyone have experience with lengthwise peyote, or I can go into it a little more detail if it's new? I think a lot of folks have seen this before, but it's just basically instead of working back and forth and creating your length out like that, I'm going to create my whole bracelet length going this way as one big chain of 3. In peyote stitch, this is considered 3 rows here. And I'm using 3 drop. I almost did 4 drop, and now I'm wishing I had, because then I would be making more progress. But I ended up just kind of defaulting to 3 drop. And so what I've been doing here is I'm picking up 6 on one side, and then on one side I'll pick up 3. And I'll skip the 3 on the side where I did 6 and go through the next 3. And then when you pull your working and tail thread apart, just do that every so often, and you'll just get this nice little chain. And when I get this to 6.5 inches, I'm going to work backwards along it, and I'm going to start a new color. So right now I'm selecting for chartreuse. This is where the palette will come in handy. And don't worry, if I put a lot of them in the shop, but if for some reason they sell out, I promise you I will restock them. No worries there. We can talk a little more detail about shop stuff, because I had some ideas I wanted to run by you guys. Oh, and I can't believe I forgot. I finally got the Canada to work. So I have Canada shipping on, guys. If you've been waiting patiently for me to finally do that, today's the day. I got it to work this morning. It's not tested yet, but I did a test mail, and my test mail worked out. And it arrived safely. Actually, I've had 2 tests now where I've been successful at shipping to Canada, and the folks actually got it, and it didn't take a long time, and I didn't get in trouble for not filling out the forms right. So my confidence is up. So I turned it on, and let me know if you have questions about it, or if it's not working, please let me know. Yeah, I'm global again. Well, sort of. Global-ish.
America.
Yeah. It's scary doing stuff like that. When I was on last week with Carol, we talked a little bit about international shipping and all the extra little papers you got to do. You actually have to have your ducks in a row on your website on the back end. You need to know your weights and measurements and things like that, because they want all that info when you do a customs form. And then like things like country of origin. So this is easy because we have Japanese seed beads, we have Czech glass beads, so I can usually figure that out. But then I have to complicate things and ask questions like, well, if I make it into something, then is it now made in the USA, or like I don't know, like at what level does it become
Yeah.
made here? So this is a little boring, but you can see where I'm going with this. It's going to be really cool when it's done and quite easy to finish. So let's just take a quick look at oh, thanks, Melanie. Yeah, I finally got with the times and figured out I got this. I can do it without Etsy helping me. Leaving Etsy was scary. I get asked about it a lot. I was on there since 2007. I've been an Etsy seller since 2007. That's a long time to be selling. But I was one of I guess you could say one of the OGs that discovered and started using Etsy. And it's changed a lot. Like it changed a lot over the years, and it was time. It's time to get my own website. I probably would have never done it if it wasn't for Nile. He helped me do it. And I was just afraid to try. I don't know why. There's actually, you know what I just thought about? Colleen, the card that you had in your live from, I think it was last night. Colleen did a live last night, and every time she starts her lives or her videos, she brings out a motivation card. Oh, and I should show you the card she gave me in my mail that I got. But her motivation card said, everything is on the other side of fear. So everything like you want to do, your goals, your ambitions, things that you're like really looking forward to doing and trying, that's always on the other side of fear. And this is the one she sent me. And I like this one too. So it's okay to edit. You can edit all you want. So cool. Oh, thank you. I can't believe I have one of those cards. I'm excited about that. But let's see. So this is probably going to take me a hot minute to finish. So what I'll do is I'm going to make this a long format video. And so this will be one of my in-process samples that I show in the video, but you see I'm almost there. I'm going to get it to where it's almost around. And then once it reaches around and I feel like I could finish up that length with a clasp, we'll just keep going back, adding rows, going this way. And then it's going to be even count, so just keep going. And the one thought I had was I might play around and experiment with adding some drops on the side. I don't exactly know how it's going to go yet, but just in theory, I thought about doing something like this, pretend that this is where we're going to turn and go back. And I don't know for sure what color I'll be doing with, but I thought about just the very edge. So when I get it all done, when I complete the whole bracelet and I'm just working on one edge and one edge, each of those edges will finish with a little pop like that. Let's do a few more so we can see it. And so now we're just talking, stitch time. I just got to sit and do the stitching. And if this works out, I think I may actually do some colorways. Maybe create a few more palettes, but see how nicely that's working?
That does look good.
It's so pretty. I've yet to test it all the way down a full length because it is kind of adding a little bit of wave, but I still think it's going to work. Let's do one more just to kind of see. You can always select for, I could select down to size 15, for example, if it's adding too much wave. But no, I mean, I feel like the top of a drop is kind of equivalent with a size 11. What do you think, guys? Is it? Oh, yeah. And so, Kathy, no, I won't do the whole thing with 2 needles, only those first 3 rows. So this part, once I get it to be about double the length it is now, because right now it's only reaching like not even halfway around my wrist. So maybe just a hair under double what the length I have now is. And then after that, I will individually work with each side. So I'm going back to 1 needle and I can work comfortably with my dominant hand. For me, that's my right hand. So you see how I've got one side working this way? On the other side, I'll take and work back this way. And it's going to look so indie rock with all the different colors. I'm just really into that look right now. Everything is very 90s in my brain right now. But you can kind of get the vision of it. And I promise there'll be a pre-recorded full-length video for both of these designs with the pattern when I get it done. It might take me a week or so, but I will get it done and it'll be on my channel soon. And I'll do little PDFs and stuff. But so simple, so cute. But it'll probably be 18 rows wide. And each row is this way. So that's 3. How many rows is that? That's 1, 2. Actually, that's 4 rows now. If you count this one. So it will probably be about that thick. I'm guessing, but I think probably about that. Yeah. So how's your mat looking? It looks like you've got something good happening there. Should I bring it up?
Yeah, I just need to finish my very last of the fringe.
Oh, Leslie says she loves anything that's beaded with chartreuse. Me too.
Yeah, the chartreuse is fun. So, ta-da!
You got it done.
I
Yay.
did.
I can't believe you finished a whole fringe earring.
There's not a lot of fringe here, so that's why. And it was random. If I had to like count 3 green and 2 teal, I'd probably still be here. So basically all I need to do now is weave in these threads and attach the other ear wire. And I can, when I post it, Danielle, I can post it as a collaboration post on Instagram with you.
Thank you.
In the comment, I can put how many beads I used as well. And if we want to put together a pattern, I'm more than happy to work with you on that.
Awesome. Yeah. Let me see what folks are saying. If they feel like they need a pattern, I think the one they really want a pattern, because I feel like with the counts, written counts, they could do the fringe earring.
Okay.
I feel like the bracelet,
Oh,
some of the questions I think people have with the bracelet, I'm just guessing, but is like how you did that edging, and then
Yeah.
maybe a little bit of like the actual peyote pattern itself.
Okay. And I think you have it because I started from a pattern that was yours to begin with, and then I can just share.
Oh, if I did it already, then I can easily just go in and click and cover up the colors with the new colors, and then boom, it's done.
Add in the sort of the edging.
I didn't realize that was you said so, but it didn't click for me.
Yeah,
like
it's yours.
you told me twice and I forgot.
It's been borrowed and repurposed.
But the edging, see the edging you did is what makes it so magical. Otherwise, it's just a peyote design.
Yeah.
But the way you did that little pops, it makes it look like it has a wave on the edge.
It does, yeah. I liked because it kind of like made the whole thing kind of look wavy, but it's not.
It's so cool. And the bottom bead on your fringe earring, is that a fire polish 3 or 4 millimeter?
They're 3.
3 millimeter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't currently have any 3 millimeter fire polishes in shop other than the ones that are part of your kit from when we did the loom design, but maybe I should add something cute. I have some 4 millimeter Drukes. And those are
you could probably put a 4 on. I was between a 3 and a 4.
I think that would look cute too. There's a lot that could be going on there.
Yeah.
I just really like the way you added that blue because it makes it pulls the blue out of the mix.
It does. I was looking at green and blue and brown, and as you know, I'm a blue fan, so of course that one.
So cool. Well, yeah, definitely, guys. We'll get together and do a pattern for you, and keep an eye on Stacie's Instagram and my Instagram for a glamour shot of those, and then we'll let you know when all the others when the pattern for that bracelet's ready. I think that's something that won't be too hard to do. I think I'm looking at.
So either.
Yeah, it's just so genius though. Like there's something right now.
The flowers I just put on, and these are just on head pins.
I love that. It makes it right.
Kind of like I kind of went in the same general order, either like forwards or backwards, and just made them different numbers. So there's 5 on here.
I love those. They're so cool. And the way you like kind of like put them in different spacing on the head pins, that gives it so much dimension.
Yeah, that's what I did. And then I've got a couple extra loops on here to join it. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I love it. Well, let's see. Let's do our giveaway, and then you know what I was thinking we would do is maybe switch to talking about some of the ideas that I was gonna ask for your guys' help to figure out how to present it. I have something that I'm working on, but I'm working on it in kind of a slow way because I keep changing my mind on how I want to do it. But let's see who's winning the drops. I'm gonna do a what's it called? Like a little mini palette of all the colors that I have in the store currently. Hey, Linda, congratulations.
Way to go, Linda.
Congrats. So you win the drop palette, and I will get those sent out to you. And, I think, I've started either doing a screenshot or writing it down. If I have a place to write down stuff. I had a card. I will remember. I'm good at remembering. But the drop palette will be, I'll either drop it in with your next order, or I'll just send it out to you. I believe I have your address, actually. Your name looks familiar to me. I've started searching through my old orders to see if I have addresses already. But if you think I don't have it, just send me an email. Or if you want it to go somewhere special. Yeah, so let me dive into the idea I want to share. So just real quick, and Stacie, you already have these in the mail. They're coming to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you'll be the first to get your hands on them. But they are an extension of, everybody really loved the cubes. I think I just only added one. So this is the Golden Grains Cubes Max. It's 1.8 millimeter cubes. And these are little berry beads. And we did this little design. It's on my YouTube channel currently. And there's a PDF pattern download. And then I used a symbol finding that was designed by Leslie Pope. And it's meant for 8-0. And you might recognize it because it's what Stacie used on her bracelet.
Uh-huh.
exact same binding, but I used it as a wire guard. And so
That's cool. Did you do that on the loom?
no, it's actually,
Okay.
you're gonna laugh. It's again, it's multi-drop peyote because that seems to be all
Okay.
I feel like doing
Oh,
these
wow.
days. That's all I ever do. But this is just a little segment or a little bib of 2-drop in this case, and I just made fringe from the bottom. Pretty much all I did, and there's some little 15s hiding in that. So here's where I'm going with this. I need to know, how would you guys like me to add to the shop if I wanted to do more colorways like this? I'm going to show you the colorways I have done and then just get your opinion. So I'm going to start with my nebula. So
Oh, I like that.
I love this. It's way more than you would need for an earring. Like way more. You can make a bunch of earrings. So these are 10-gram bags, and I could do it like that, but then you'd have to get all of them if you wanted to do all the colorways. Or would you rather I did a little kit? Kits are harder, and then sometimes kits are kind of challenging because they're, just enough beads to make the item, but I feel like folks often prefer to get a little more, and so I just wanted to reach out and see what you guys think. And then also I could do a mix, so I could take these, mix them all up, and then it would just be one bag, which I used a 10-gram bag to make these, and I have 7 grams left in that bag. So it's like a lot, maybe like 6 grams, but they go a really long way. So I could do a mix. I could mix these all together, and we could even do that together. We could see what it looks like. And then
I
that's,
think the mix would be cool, and just a bag of the mix for those earrings.
yeah, everyone's saying they like mixes, and that way it would enable everyone to get, like, if I did multi-colorways, that could be really cute. So maybe we just need to have a mix party. I'm going to bravely mix this right now. How do you feel about that? I'm going to keep it
Mary
cute.
likes mixes too.
And actually, if I was really smart, I would get this other mix out of the way before I start doing all this crazy stuff here. There we go.
And Leslie wants mixes too. So I think you have a winner.
Votes for mixes there. So I think I'm on the right track stirring these up. Doesn't it look like space?
And then you have another vote from Barbara. She wants all the colors by bags.
Yeah, and so I have a few.
Clarissa, so you might have to do both.
I might have to do both. So it's definitely more expensive to sell them by the bags, because then I have to get a lot more in. But
I
like
that.
If I do this, it makes it much more affordable, because this would be 9. These 3 alone would be like close to $11. But if I did this, you could get it for like $3.50, and you'd have plenty for your earrings. And then you could pick whatever color peanuts you want. But in this case, check these out. These little, they're called berry beads. They're Miyuki berry. But I noticed that the colors in this Miyuki berry bead are all these colors. And they just
those are cool. I like that.
All next to each other. The 15-0 I'm going to include with this will probably just be some opaque, or maybe a transparent, or a color lined, either very dark navy blue or even black would work. Because this is actually color lined black, even though it looks blue. But yeah, and this is called Jet AB. I see blue, and I only see blue, but it's named Jet. I'm like, okay. Oops. A little chartreuse snuck into our mix, guys. Let's get that out. So I have a poll. I currently have a poll on Instagram asking that very question. It's like, how do you like to buy your kits? And the next question I've got is, should I get more colors? Right now I only have bronze. Should I be getting some silver and some gold? Rose gold? Do we love this? Do we like that enough that you'd want to see it added to the shop or in the kit? I currently have them in the shop 2 different ways. I've got them by the pair, and I've got them in 20-piece bags. So some folks might just want a pair. And that's all great data for me in trying to figure out how to set the shop up, because I can get into analysis process. So more mixes are coming. That's just one. I'll give you a peek of blueberry pie.
Oh, I like that. Do I get that one too?
Oh, I sent you everything.
Oh, cool.
You got all of them.
Because I saw the blue one and I was like, oh, I really need that.
I'll show you guys what the other one. I can't help myself. I lasted 2 seconds. But I'm using on this. So I don't have this completely fleshed out yet. but I was loving that. Okay, there's a vote for more of those Alana findings, so I definitely need to do that. I love them better than wire guards, definitely, Linda, for sure. So
Yeah, I
what do you
like the
think?
silver. I think the silver would look really good with that mix that you just made.
This one needs silver. I feel that. Yeah, definitely. There it is. I keep looking. I swear I need to have 10 of these on my desk because I'm constantly digging for them, trying to find them and then not being able to. So let's slide that over. And I'm sorry for going over a little bit. I just get excited. But I just got these and I bought this green. And I thought, does the green kind of? What do you
I like
think?
the green with the pink a lot.
Do you like that? Like, do we like that? And this is where I started thinking people might want a la carte because you may want to do your own. And maybe this is one and this is one. I don't know. And then just to really throw it off, I got blueberry beads. And I got some solid blues in addition to blueberry pie.
Oh wow.
And I got some white. And I don't know. I don't know where the white goes. I feel like maybe even here is like a blush palette. I don't know. I want the ones I didn't order now because then I could pull together. This needs something and that needs something, and I don't know what it is. So yeah, we may need to do a whole like mix session together. But I know this one's a winner for sure. So that one, I like that one. And Sandra says she likes the pink. Is that this one? With the topazes, I feel like that does kind of, that is really cool. But yeah, so I'm confident enough I could do this as a mix. I feel like with a few, I'll set a few aside as the whole bag, but I feel like the mix is going to be pretty popular. And then
yeah, I like that.
We'll figure this out. I need another planning session with you guys. So let me bring this up because I could sit here all day with you guys and talk your head off about mixing beads.
And Tina likes the blueberry too. I'm with Tina.
Blueberry, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get these listed. I'm fleshing it out. I'm going to see what the poll results say, and then I'll get them up on the site, listed in the configuration that gets them, I guess, gets the most votes. But I'll try to set aside a few, or maybe I'll just do another order and maybe do some tubes or something. I don't know. I can get these in 10-gram tubes, I think. Then if you prefer a tube to a bag. So many choices. Too many, actually. It's really confusing. Yeah, and so let me just give everyone a quick look at the mix again, then we'll say goodbye. I mean, not mix, but I want to see your designs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There you go.
Stacie's bracelet and her beautiful fringe.
Thank you.
And then what I had going
with the greens.
I love the greens too.
So,
like,
thank you, Carol.
and this is what I've got going. So keep your eyes peeled for a video on that because I am in the process of doing all that. Yeah, and that's pretty much that's all I got really. I think, am I forgetting anything? I didn't ask where you're going to be live next. So
I'm going to be a lot of places live next. I may have overextended myself. So
you're turning into me.
Friday, this upcoming Friday the 4th, I'm really, really excited because I am going to be with Jennifer Miller and Rachel Siegel on Sam's Beadbox Bead Party. So I am super excited because I opened that Northern Lights bead box and I was like, everything I pulled out, I'm like, I like this and this and this. And then I will actually see you next Sunday on the 6th because I'm going to be on Silver Silk Sunday with Nile.
Yay!
And then I'm also going to be with Jules on the Jewel Loom.
Oh, awesome!
In April, but that's not this week. So
yeah, it's like not next week. It's like I hear you. I'm just like that too. I can see 1 week ahead into it.
Yeah, that's where I am. I look 1 week, but I'm really excited about all those.
Oh, that is so cool. I'm looking forward to it. So I don't know if I'm going to be there on the 6th, which is bumming me out now. I didn't realize.
You are or not?
I'm not going to be on Silkies on April 6th.
Oh no!
I know.
Okay.
I'll be out of town, but I will definitely be there next or tomorrow.
Okay.
And then the week that we get back, which I think is the 13th. Is it 13th?
Well, I'll have Neely all to myself.
Yeah, you'll have to keep the ideas flowing. Yeah, and good projects and
I'll have big shoes to fill.
yeah, no, you got it. You got this. I can't wait. I might be able to tune in here and there, so I will try to. Yeah.
Well,
And
thank you so much for having me, Danielle. It was fun as always.
Thank you so much. And we have another calendar day I know in the future that we've got. If we don't, we'll schedule one.
We don't. We'll have to find one.
When you get the when you get all of these, I know you're gonna come up with something amazing because you always do. You always inspire me so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. So gosh, I can't think of anything else. I don't have a live tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow's Monday. But I might launch a video. So if I do, I'll shout it out on the socials and stuff. But until then, I'll see you guys for sure on Seed Bead Saturday this upcoming weekend. All right, bye for now.
Bye.